Hey guys, welcome to my video. I am your host, the J-Man, and today I have a great review for you. I got a comic book review of a series that I really love. This is my personal favorite. You've probably heard me say this before, but I am a big Thundercats fan. I'm all about Thundercats, and I'm so happy to have finally collected this series, and I can't wait to tell you about it. So, without further ado, I bring you Thundercats The Return. Okay, and this is a 5-issue limited series. I'll show you the covers in just a moment. But it was 5 issues from 2004. Produced by Wildstorm, which is an imprint of DC Comics, and this was written by Ford Lytle Gilmore, who also wrote the previous Thundercats comic book by Wildstorm, and pencils by let's see here, the penciler Ed Benes does a tremendous job on pencils. Colors by Wildstorm FX, which, you know, colors are beautiful, fantastic. I absolutely love the artwork in these books. I wanted to get the trade paperback, but it was out of print, and getting a secondhand one online, you know, it was very pricey because people who own the book we're probably upping the price a lot, knowing that it's basically sold out of print. So it wasn't really worth it to me for what they were charging. For some reason, the book is pretty rare. Maybe it's a huge collector's item, or fans just love the series. I don't know. I haven't heard the feedback. I haven't seen any feedback. But yeah, Thundercats: The Return. This one this was prior to the first series that they did, which I believe in 2001 they did the source book, gave you all the information or the introduction to the Thundercats, and then they did another series which I believe was a 5-issue limited series, and then there was Thundercats Enemy's Pride, which was a 5-issue limited series by Wildstorm. And Wildstorm did another one called Hammerhand's Revenge, which, again, 5 issues. And those were very good series that I have. And this one, I had really wanted and hadn't had the chance to pick it up until just recently. And I'm so happy I got it. I was able to find all the issues in good condition on allstarcomics.com. So they had they have a huge selection of comics, by the way, and you can also make a want list, and they'll tell you, when they get the comics in stock. They'll send you an email. You can also sell your own comics to them, and they have an online auction, from what I understand. But anyway. Yeah, allstarcomics.com. Great place to get comics. I got all these in really good condition. I mean, all these are either very fine or near mint. All of them are B covers, which means basically there were 2 versions of the cover, 2 different versions, and I got all of the B, which has the same value as the A covers pretty much. But yeah, they had pretty much all the A covers, so you can still get those too. I think they had them all. So there you go. Let's talk about the storyline. The story was done by Ford Lytle Gilmore, who says he's a very big fan of the Thundercats, and it really shows because all of this work is truly up to par. He does the characters so well, and they're perfectly portrayed. The storyline is that it takes place after the television series, the 80s television series. Lion-O has gone into training inside the Book of Omens, and he was supposed to only be there for a little while to get his training, but he ends up being inside the Book of Omens for 5 years. In the meantime, Panthro has kind of taken over for the Thundercats, and Mumra has gathered an army of mutants and attacked the Thundercats and pretty much destroyed them. So now Mumra is the new king and leader of the planet, and the Thundercats are all slaves or dead. So the only one left is Snarf, who goes after the Book of Omens, which Mumra and his soldiers have hidden because they weren't able to get inside the book, because the only one who had the key was Snarf. So Snarf finds the book, opens it up with the key, and releases Lion-O. And Lion-O, he has no idea that he's been in the book for so long. He thinks he's only been in there a couple days at best. So we find out about why that happened later on. I don't want to give too much away, but basically Lion-O is informed that Mumra has taken over, and all of the Thundercats are either captured by Mumra or working as slaves. So he sets about to free the Thundercats and defeat Mumra, and one by one he is able to free them, and they join up together and rally against Mumra. And it's just a great series. I love the story. I love the artwork. The artwork is some of the best I've seen in any comic book. It's just fantastic. Just to give you an idea of how cool it is, this guy, Ed Benes, really hits the nail on the head. I love the way he does his character designs and his shapes, action scenes. It all looks good. Look at this picture of Mumra. Just great quality artwork. Fantastic. I love it. As a fan of Thundercats, I couldn't ask for any better. The story is kind of simple because all the Thundercats are just going against Mumra, but it's everything you could want pretty much. It's classic. It's got all the characters except for the new characters from. I think they came out in Season 2. They were introduced. They added 3 new Thundercats to the roster. What was it? Bengali, the Bengal, and Linkso, the blind one, and then there was Palmyra. So those 3, which really aren't in this story, except for a few cameos, and I think something really terrible happened to Bengali, like he was murdered. And in case you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the Thundercats source book, which includes the full listing of all the Thundercats. Also, that was also produced or published by DC Wildstorm. So I'm going to give you some more previews of the artwork here. As you can see, the artwork really pops off the page. I just love that style, and this is such a great series. I'm going to go ahead and give it my final review score. So my rating for this is going to be an 8.5 out of 10. I really, really enjoyed it, and I recommend it to any Thundercats fan. Yeah, you got to pick it up. You owe it to yourself just to check it out. Amazing, amazing Thundercats. I don't really have too many complaints about the story. There's so many good fight scenes, lots of action. It doesn't skim on the details. This is more of a mature or dark Thundercats story. Very intense. Lionel has been training in the Book of Omens for so long. He's become very skilled, like a true warrior, and now he's not afraid to kill when necessary. Yeah, like I said, it's not your typical Thundercats because it's more gutsy, more bravado, more for young adult readers. So the people that grew up enjoying Thundercats, they now have something to look forward to. Now, even though this came out in 2004, still available in comic book format. And if you have the trade paperback, hey, I salute you, because that's going to be worth some money due to it being out of print and really difficult to get. But yeah, there you have it. My final words, my final thoughts on Thundercats: The Return. Thanks for watching my video. See you next time.